This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for a Group 2 race on Gran Turismo Sports. It's time to get ready to race on Autopolis International Racing Course for 12 laps, and this is going to get everything will be ready to go. So it might be able to have 2 tire rating we'll be able to use, so just going to be able to have best choice to choose. So go with the racing hard or medium tires, so it's going to get everything we'll be able to prep up and get ready. So looks like it's time to get ready to go and use for the Petronas Tom's SC430 2008 with a Total Drama Revenge of the Island team variant, the Mutant Maggots. So it might be able to change up the balance of performance. Might be able to have a power adjustment will be needed to increase, so it might be able to work faster. Might get everything perfectly will be needed to set up for this race. So this is going to be a very good balance of performance for a 2008 Super GT season, and this is going to get everything started. So, as we will always enjoy watching the video for this segment, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you want. Feel free to enter anytime for one good excited racing entertainment. Might be able to go on to be able to enjoy it. So let's go and take the time trial to get prepared. Well, looks like this is definitely might be very fun for having a lot of good time in the Nations Cup and the Manufacturer Series. So it might be able to come anytime again for the next season. So looks like daily race might be able to have everything we'll be prepared for. So let's just gonna go and get started to be able to go for a Super GT race, and this is going to get prepared to be able to take a lot of good, excellent challenge we might be able to be prepared for. So everything is going to be able to do a racing medium tire that this might be needed in case. So it might get started to get everything ready to go. So let's just going to go and be prepared, and this is going to be able to choose the radar that this is going to be able to have a best position will be needed to be able to keep in track of every good skills of the movements of this race. So it is going to be a very good time that this is going to be able to drive faster in advance that this is going to get prepared for. So, to any GT players who participate in the Group 2 daily race on Autopolis, it is going to be a very challenging time that this is going to get everything will be ready to go. Now, it might be able to do perfectly that this is going to be able to take a lot of skills that this is going to might need to get, because whenever you're going to choose for any 2 types of the Super GT race car, so 2008 or 2016 season of the GT500 is definitely might be able to be ready to go. So it might be able to have the best handling skills that this is going to be able to perform. So it might be perfectly that this is going to be able to race on in Autopolis, one of the most finest Japan racetracks for the Super GT season. Might be able to take a lot of good skills that this is going to be able to keep it up and keep everything going. But it might be needed to be able to stay focused, because try not to do any prevent distraction or accidents. That this is going to be very important, so we might be able to do the best we can. So good thing that one of the most Total Drama libraries I just made, because this is definitely might be very good to go to be able to use it as a Super GT 500 race car. So it was definitely might be able to use for its 2008 model version of the Lexus SC430. So it is definitely might be very good to be able to have a good livery design that this is definitely might be able to race in GT Sports. So it might be able to do perfectly. Will also to do a lot of skills that anybody could probably able to achieve to success. Is definitely might be able to go all the way in. Now it's going to be able to take plenty more lap times might be able to perform. So going on the gap distance is going to be able to take a lot of good speed that this is going to be able to catch up for it. Alright, that should do it. Now this is going to be able to take the gap distance behind. We'll go in. Now it's going to be able to be ready that this is going to be able to take plenty of more time, that this is going to get everything might be able to get settled in to be able to go prep up on it. So it is going to be able to do a lot of fun times to be able to keep everything going on for having a best time in the race. So it will be able to do perfectly that this is going to be able to keep up with the SR. Might be able to take every progress of the race, so we might be able to do the best we can. Okay, this is going to be able to have that turn is going to be a very tough one, so we might be able to have to take the inside turn. We might need to get there. So it might be able to do a perfect lap time, that this is going to be able to do a lot of increased skills, that this is going to be able to stay on. Now, it is going to be very challenging that this is going to be able to take on with the 2016 Super GT race cars, or definitely might be very high skilled, that this will also improve power, that this is going to be able to see how the 2008 season could also need to be able to apply adjusted horsepower, that this is going to be able to take a good skills will might go in. Now it might do perfect, so it might be able to stay on track, that this is going to be able to take the limit, might be able to go up higher. So it might be able to do the best of all, so it is going to be able to take everything, might be able to go in. Now, looks like going to be able to take for only 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the time. So it might be able to keep everything going. So looks like taking a good record time for 1 minute and 41 seconds is definitely might be able to have a good skilled time of the record, is definitely might be able to be excellent. Okay, going in to take that throttle, and now this is going to be able to take a good apex, is going to be able to keep rolling in. Okay, there you go. Now behind the gap is definitely might be seeing up ahead. Now it's going to be able to take a little bit more closer it can get, because this is going to might need to be able to take a little bit more time to be very concentrated, that this is going to be able to take a lot of skills. Alright, that should do it. And now this is going to get very excellent, that this is going to be able to take a lot of turns of this handling, that this is going to be able to stay on the throttle, but try not to do any too aggressive, because it's going to be automatically to be back on the track. So looks like this is going to be able to take plenty of pressure of the patience, is definitely might be able to take everything going. Now let's just going to be able to make sure, just keep it well focused, and now this is going to be able to start over for a new lap. So just going to have to get everything ready to get our A game up until this is going to be able to take the faster challenge, that this is going to be able to tougher to take. Now looks like going in to take one more, and now this is going to get everything will be ready to go. Now this is going to be able to take one skilled GT500 race car, is going to be able to take on to the highest level, that this is going to might be able to make its match, might be able to do perfectly, that this is going to get everything might go skilled to be able to make. Okay, very good, and now very successful, that this is going to be a one precision skill, that this is going to be able to stay on track, might keep going forward. Alright, there you go. Now this is going to be able to giving a little chance to be able to reach up for only 1 second behind the gap, so it's going to get everything successfully, that this is going to be good. Alright, there you go. This is going to be able to take a little bit more consistently, that this is going to be able to stay on it. Keep maintaining the pace. It is going to be able to take simple ways to be able to go all the way in. Now this is going to be able to take very good segment of the video, but still trying to learn, but it is going to be able to do a lot of skills of racing, that this is going to be able to keep it up and keep everything going. So it's going to be able to take a little bit more time, that this isn't going to get everything, has to be well situated for during the time of the race. Okay, going in and take that final stretch of this length, and now this is going to be very close call to see it, so 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock, and this is going to get everything will be prepared. Now this is going to be a very good excellent time lap, that this is going to be able to place in on any position. So whenever it's going to be able to have a behind position, any position I get, so this is going to be able to take the top challenge. We might be able to go fast and takes plenty of handling, that this is going to get everything will might go on. So time to get ready to join in until this one might be able to have for only a few seconds to go. Round of the race, and then this is going to be able to have to take on for 2016 Super GT race cars. Has definitely might be able to have the best performance, so this is going to be able to do a perfect skill for a 2008 season race car. Is definitely might be able to get ready. So looks like while the Matrix is using the Esson NSX, and now this is going to be able to see how two 2008 Super GT race cars is going to get everything will be ready to go. So it will might be able to do perfectly that this is going to be able to take a lot of settings that this will might be needed to be able to take. So looks like just going to be able to make sure this is going to be able to have to use the racing medium tires. So this is going to be able to turn out well to be able to do a standard performance. So increased balance of performance for every 2008 season could also to give a little boost. So it will might do perfectly that this is going to get everything will might take on for. Okay, so let's just going to be able to spy for the efforts of the turn, because this is going to be able to needs to do a lot of work that this is going to get everything has to go on for. Well, let's just try to make sure, because taking a Group 2 race is definitely might be going challenging, is going to be able to go in. So let's just going to be able to make sure no bumps and no side contact penalties or any collision, that this is going to be able to avoid the penalty going on. So let's just going to get everything will be started for having a good clean race. So let's go and be prepared. So it's going to be able to take a lot of close race that this is going to get everything started. Now this is going to be able to take 12 laps around the track, so it's going to be a very good Super GT race we might be able to go in to get started. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to do a perfect excellent race, so it will might be able to start the rolling start to be able to get settled in to be able to get started. So looks like this is going to be able to take a best time in the Group 2 race, is going to get prepared to be ready. So this is going to be able to take plenty of good speed without a turbocharge needed in case. So this is definitely might be able to do a regularly high octane race performance, is going to be quite going well to see it. Alright, looks like here we go. This is going to get everything ready. So this is going to be good to take 12 laps. So let's get started. Now this is going to be able to take a lot of good excellent focus for a total drama library that this will might be able to take on for every race for a Super GT event, is definitely might be go all the way in. Now let's just going to be able to take a plenty good speed of the throttle, just make sure this is going to be able to take well managed. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take the hard turn to be able to go on the outside that this is going to be able to take, because this is going to be very longer that this is going to be able to take the length, is going to get everything contested for. Okay, stay on it, and now this is going to get everything we might be able to go there. Okay, let's get on it. So looks like giving a little bit safety on in case that this is going to be able to drive faster, to be able to take plenty of handling, that this is going to be able to stay called, that this will might be able to endure. So this is going to be able to take the semi-endurance race, is going to get everything will be ready. Alright, let's just going to be able to take many inside turns as much as possible, that this is going to be able to go all the way in. So it will might be able to have to watch out for any tire duration of the effect, is definitely might be in case. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to stay on in 9th place. Whenever it's going to be able to take a little bit more time, and then this is going to be able to take a little hold on the throttle, that this is going to be able to deal with some various turns, that this is going to get everything risk to be made. Alright, that should probably do it. And now this is going to be needed to be able to get back on track, because 2016 Super GT race cars are definitely might be much stronger than the 2008 season. Alright, just going to be able to avoid the first turn by the sand trap, is going to be quite very difficult to be able to survive this part. Okay, going in. Alright, looks like things about to get a little bit more struggle going on for this race, folks, because this is going to be able to have to take 10 laps remaining, and now this is going to be able to take a little bit more time to stay on the hold. Okay, definitely might be able to take a little bit more time to be able to get Will patience to be able to stay on it. Oh man, so close to get a little bit collision for it. Now it's going to be able to stay on in 10th place whenever it has to be able to take a little bit higher limit that this is going to need to be able to push. So let's just going to be able to keep our cool to be able to stay on it, and then this is going to get everything we'll have to do it. Okay, looks like this is going to get everything we might be able to stay on it. But this is going to be able to see how each other cars could also have different liveries. So they should probably be able to stick it to the original because that's kind of their favorites. Alright, looks like going to have to take on for only a few lineup that this is going to be able to take one push. Third lap is going to be able to go in. Alright, looks like gonna take it, and then this is gonna be able to do a perfect successful turn. So it's gonna have to take plenty of precision. It's gonna get everything will be made. Okay, hang in there. Now this is gonna be able to take a little bit more time, and then try not to take too over aggressive on the turn. It's gonna get very harder it gets. Okay, looks like they're still going on, but this is going to be going in, but it's going to be able to take a little bit more time, and then it's just going to be able to stay on the handling, but it gets a little bit slow often sometimes, so basic drivers are definitely might be very nervous to be able to master the Group 2 cars, but also the part of a racing experience to be able to learn, because GT500 is everyone's favorite race car category. Is definitely might be built on the Japan racetrack. Okay, stay on track, and now this is going to be able to keep it well maintained to be able to stay on it. Okay, looks like it's going to be able to take. Alright, stay call. Now this is going to be able to stay on the throttle. It's going to be able to make it there. Hope this is going to be able to take plenty of pressure, that this is going to be able to stay on hold. There you go. Now this is going to be able to stay on a straight line that this is going to be able to stay on for just giving a few moments. Now this is going to be able to have to take plenty more practice for the next Nations Cup event. Okay, looks like move on in onto 8th place. Now this is going to be quite very excellent, that this is going to be very good to be able to have an SC430, that this is going to be very good like the RCF GT500 is definitely might be able to take plenty comparison handling skills. Is definitely might be able to turn out. Okay, just gonna make sure don't lose that grip, because this is gonna be needed to be able to endure. Okay, going in and take another braking point. Looks like coming back in. Alright, looks like two of them just definitely might be able to take a little bit more chance to be able to keep up. So this is going to be able to take plenty of inside turns, that this is going to be able to take a good skills, that this is going to be able to stay on track. Okay, looks like decrease SR to the situated effect going on, because it's just going to be able to take the outside, so he'll be able to proceed to overtake. So it's going to be very difficult to be able to stay on it. Okay, we're just going to keep it well maintained, try not to take side contact, avoid the penalty. Is definitely might be able to stay on it. So it looks like going to be able to stay on in 10th place whenever might be able to have one small chance to be able to keep it up on this one. This is going to be a very sticky situation, that this is going to be able to take a lot of grip. Alright, so looks like going back to square one, and now this is going to be able to have to see how the other players are definitely might be able to keep it up. So it will might be able to take few chances to be able to make the overtake whenever any mistake happens. So it's going to be able to take a little bit more time. Just try to make sure this is going to be able to take a little bit friendly racing competition. Is definitely might be able to go in. Okay, just going to be able to decelerate, and then this is going to be able to go in. Looks like Water Matrix is now definitely going in, so it looks like this Epsilon NSX is definitely might be able to have a one ticket way to proceed to overtake. Okay, that was so close. Okay, that was definitely might be able to keep it up and stay endurance. So it is going to be a very tough race because that will might be easily end up on last place. But try to keep up, and then this is going to be a very tough one because this is going to be quite very harder. It takes that this is going to be able to take plenty of practice that this is going to be able to go in for the Nations Cup. Alright, let's go. And now this is going to be able to take 6 laps that this will might be able to call in onto the pit stop. So this is going to be able to make one good time that this is going to be able to go in. So it will might be able to take tires besides refuel. So it will might be able to do perfectly that. Well, just going to be able to have to take tire options on the methods that this will might be needed in check. Okay, that should do it. Now this is going to be able to define much pretty handling endurance skills that this is going to be able to stay on track. Okay, looks like he's just got a little bit spun out and hitting the wall, so he'll be able to get back on track to be able to take a little bit quick recovery. Alright, now this is going to be the perfect time that this is going to be able to go in, and then okay, yellow flag just called in, and then this is going to be able to take some time for Tony Racing. It definitely might be able to get back on to resume for the run. Okay, just let him have his open space, and now this is going to be able to avoid any collision, is going to be able to keep going on. Alright, looks like this is going to be the call. Now this is going to be able to take plenty more tires that this is going to might need to be able to call in for. So if possible that this is definitely might be needed to be able to have to change up the tires without refuel. So let's just going to be able to go in and proceed. So it will might be able to do perfectly that this is going to be able to take the chicane, will might go in. Okay, that was close. So this is definitely might be able to have the crew will might set up and change the tires. Alright, good to go, and perfect SR increase on the green, and now this is going to be able to stay on in 9th place. That this is going to be able to do perfectly, that this is going to be able to go on in. Now looks like this is going to be able to take the 9th place finish whenever I have the chance to do it, folks, because this is going to get everything a lot tougher ways to be able to go there, because it's going to be able to take a while, because it will might be able to take one handling situated that this is going to get everything will might keep it going. But it's going to be a very slow challenging race, but it will might be able to take a little bit more chance. Just try to be able to take a little bit passive speed to be able to go aggressive, but not just taking too much aggressive. That could probably easily overwhelm during the time of the race. That will might loses the effect of the grip. Okay, let's just gonna get everything going. Okay, looks like still staying on the medium tire, so this is going to be able to do it okay. So it will might be able to do the best ways to be able to go there. Okay, looks like Water Matrix is now definitely in the pits to change up the tires, so he'll be able to do it quick until he'll be able to come out of the pits. Okay, looks like going on the medium is definitely might be able to do it. So let's just gonna go in, and then this is definitely might be able to stay on it. Okay, 8th lap is definitely might be going nearly closer, but it will might be able to stay on it because this is going to be able to take forever for every minute of the race. So it will might be able to take for over 15 minutes by the time, because it will might be able to do perfectly that this is going to get everything will stay on it. Alright, that should do it. Now, this is going to be able to take plenty more speed until this is going to get everything going. Alright, going down. So it definitely might be able to save it for only 1.5 seconds of the gap. It definitely might be needed to be in case to be able to stay on the current position. So it will also might be able to stay on it because this is going to be able to take a little maintain challenge that this is going to get everything well situated. So it will might be able to do perfectly because it will might take all the throttles that this will might be able to keep it up and keep going. So it will might go there. So few other gap distance is definitely might be able to stay on it and decrease. So it will might be able to go there in no time. So it will might be able to catch up. So only 3 more laps to go. So this will might be able to hang in there, folks, because this is going to be able to have to take 12 lap challenge that this is going to get everything stronger to be able to get there. Okay. Going to be able to have a good double cone that this is definitely might be able to do a braking point to be able to take the advantage. It's going to be able to go in. Alright, that should do it. Now just keep going until this is definitely might be able to take one hard throttle that this is going to be able to take the hard turns. Is going to be able to go in because TCS1 just definitely might be able to stay active while taking a good safe time that this is going to get everything will proceed. Okay, looks like taking a little bit 2-second gap will might do better that this is going to be quite good to buy some time for taking a lot of handling pressure that this is going to be able to keep it on hold. Okay, can't believe it, this is definitely might be getting a little bit hard time, so there it goes. Now, looks like this is going to be able to get back on 10th place. Well, it's going to be a very tough time on the turn, so just try to keep it together. So it will might be needed to take plenty more practice to be needed as possible. Alright, looks like going to be able to go in there, so 2 more to go. So it will might be make it there just in time because this is going to be able to take a lot of mileage that this is going to be able to take the driving marathon that this is going to be able to go all the way in. Okay, back in 9th place. So this is definitely might needed to rebuild the gap distance behind. So it will might take longer that this is going to be able to stay on hold. But it is going to be very contested whenever the tires is definitely might be able to take a suitable, comfortable capabilities. Okay, looks like going at it again, and now this is going to be able to do perfectly that this is going to be able to do it. Alright. Now that was definitely might be quite very close call until this is going to be able to take plenty of apex turn to go on the inside. Okay, just stay on it, and then just going to be able to keep that whole turn. It's going to be able to go in. Alright, let's do it. Now, just going to be able to take for another lap. That this is going to be able to make it closer. So, just try to keep up the SR. Wheel might stay increased, so it will do perfectly. That this is going to be able to take the best skills for every GT500 race car. Wheel might be able to go faster it could get. Now it's going to be able to take some time. That this is going to be able to take a lot of pressure. That this is going to be able to take plenty of good skills to be able to go in, to be able to take the right direction. Okay, looks like there's Water Matrix, and now he's currently to be able to resume the run. So it's going to be able to take the best chances to be able to go in to take one overtake. Alright, now this is going to be able to take plenty more time, enough of the gap distance. We might be able to buy some time. It might be able to do perfectly. That this is going to be able to take a lot of speed handling. We might be able to keep it on going, because ahead of the gap distance it definitely might be very tough. So it might be able to climb up to be able to do a lot of skills. So this is going to be able to make its way to be able to avoid getting too up or aggressive. So it looks like the tire is definitely might be able to go in to be decreased by 50% amount. So it might be able to keep it on hold. So it might be able to be on the way. Alright, looks like here we go, final lap. This is going to be able to do a perfectly excellent GT500 race. We might be able to keep going on to proceed to be able to go there. So it might be able to do best perfectly. It might take a lot of practice, but this is going to be able to keep up to resume the run. Okay, looks like 14th place drivers definitely might be able to take some time. So looks like this is going to be his final lap, and now this is going to be able to keep resume on the current. Is going to be able to go on. Okay, looks like he's still ghosting. That might be able to have a best time. That this might be able to have the blue flag. Might be able to give away to faster cars to proceed. Okay, stay on it, and then this is going to be able to take plenty of the accelerating throttle that this is might need in case. Alright, looks like it's only down for a minute left. So looks like this is going to be able to have enough time for only just a couple of seconds. So it's going to be able to take a little bit more closer it can get. Okay, that should do it. This is going to be able to take one more turn. Is definitely might be able to do best and better we'll get. Alright, almost. This is going to be able to take a good final stretch to be on the way. So looks like this is going to be a good 9th place finish. Wow, looks like that was a tough race, folks. That was a very tough GT500 race. So it is definitely might be pretty good to be able to take a lot of handling. That this will be very good for a 2008 Super GT race car. But it is definitely might be able to have to do one best ways to be able to drive faster it can get. So looks like race position by 1, so this is definitely might be very good to be able to turn out well to see it. So that was a very good, excellent, challenging race for having a one good Group 2 race, folks. So that was very good, and taking a number of mileage points has definitely up to 12. So this is definitely might be pretty brilliant. So that was definitely might be very good to be able to take the reasonable results. So good SR increase on the blue, that's perfect, and this is going to be quite very remarkable for having a time in the race. So this is going to be able to have a time that this is going to get ready to race again for the next part. So it will might be able to do perfectly that this will might go for the mid-engine race car. Alright, today's daily workout vehicle of the day. So let's see which one should I received. Alright, looks like a yellow GR Super RC with a yellow color. So this is definitely a good car that this one might be added into the garage. So this is definitely might be very receivable for any GT players to be able to get. So it will might be good to be able to have a usual to be added in for it. So very good color and a very good excellent car. Now this is definitely might be very challenging for a Group 2 race with using a single total drama Revenge of the Island library on the Lexus SC430 GT500 of the 2008 season. So this is going to be able to do the best run of the challenge. So this is going to be able to use the 2008 season that this will might be able to take on the 2016 Super GT race cars, because it will also to be able to require of a balance of performance with an increased performance of the power. Is definitely might be able to take a lot of good speed that this will might be needed for an increase. Or I recommend that this is going to be able to do perfectly, that this is going to be a very good car to be able to take a lot of handling by the skills of the speed that this will might be able to take. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race and I hope you liked this library. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.